thank you guys so much for joining. You're very welcome to this month's mug. Just a little intro, I guess. You probably know me if you've been here before. My name is Cian. I'm the Monday practice lead here at Provident CRM. And joining with me, I have a very special guest, our senior solutions consultant, Shauna. So we're here to run you through all things AI project management. So hopefully this will be a really interesting topic for you. I know this is kind of one of my favorite mugs to put together. So hopefully you guys get something out of it. So I'm just going to run through the housekeeping really quickly. So again, this is a 30-minute session. You will receive a recording at the end of it. Now, it may take about 24 hours for you to receive that recording. It's also an open discussion, so if you have any questions, feel free to hop off the mic and give us those questions, or you can always use either the Q&A or the chat box, and we can come back to your questions at the end. So we have about 5 minutes left towards the end to address any questions that you might have. And then again, you will get a survey at the very end. So if you can let us know how we did or give us some ideas for topics you might want to see next month, that would be absolutely fantastic. Thank you very much. So here's the agenda. First thing I'm going to run through is the portfolio and some of the AI features in the project management portfolio solution. I'm going to run through how we can look at auto-generating some AI reports to make your lives a lot easier. And then Shauna's going to run through AI workflows. I know workflows is a topic that confuses a lot of people, so hopefully Shauna can shed some light on that subject, and we can get you guys up and running in the next few days, and a lot more confident when it comes to AI workflows. And again, we have the 5 minutes at the end for the Q&A. So that's about it. So let me kind of stop sharing this, and I will move to my actual setup here. So here we go. Perfect. So can everyone see that? If you want to jump off the mic, because I can't see anyone anymore.
Yeah,
all
we
good?
can see. Yeah.
Great. Fantastic. So I want you guys to kind of either raise your hand. You can use the virtual button if you want, but if you spend some time, even this week, chasing people for updates or finding that something has slipped and you're having trouble building out reports, is anyone on that page? If you are, raise your hand or hit the little button, because I think a lot of people are. Yeah, I see a few hand raised in the chat. So this is what we're going to look at fixing today, right? So we're not going to do it with a new process that you guys are going to have to build out. It's going to be something pretty simple to get started with in Monday.com. So in the next 15 minutes or so, I'm going to show you what it looks like to run a project portfolio on Monday with dashboards that basically maintain themselves, and you can use AI to help you spot issues early and kind of have that communication working a bit faster. So let's say you're running, between 10 to 30 projects at any time. You may have different teams, different owners, different deadlines. And the problem is really, can you trust the data that you're putting into Monday? So I'm going to start here at the portfolio level and then drill down into the project level and show how reporting and AI can connect all of this together. So this first board that you see is our project's portfolio. So here, each item is a project. All right. So it's not a separate spreadsheet that someone's maintaining. It's actually connected to these live project boards you see below here. So the big win here is that any updates that are made in the project will flow to the portfolio automatically. Okay, so I'm going to show you how that's going to work. So if you're not using this already, I would highly recommend using this setup. So to start connecting your projects to a portfolio, all you need to do is click the plus icon on your workspace, choose portfolio, and then from there, you can start adding projects and connecting them to this portfolio. You can even do it with projects that are existing already, or you can start from scratch. Now, what I like to do whenever I'm setting up a project is create a project template and use that inside my portfolio. So I'm going to show you what it's like to add a new project and show you how this information will roll up to the portfolio view. So let's do it here. We can click add project, and let me say HPO project. And from here, if you have templates saved in Monday, they will be here to choose from. So I'd highly recommend, if you have a repeatable process, that you use a project template. So I'm just going to go for the standard one here. We have our privacy settings. And the next thing you're going to see is the option to add a resource planner. Now, if it is important for you guys to add resource planning and capacity management, definitely keep that switched on. I'm going to switch it off for now, and it's something maybe we can dive into in another session. So what happens when I add a project to this portfolio is we get the high level overview of the project here, but we also get the actual project being made from whatever your template is. So let me show you what it looks like when we make updates on the project level. It's automatically going to feed through here. So I want you to take a look at the project progress here. So this is mirroring up the statuses that are in our project. But if I change everything to stuck, for example, and we go back, we can see that our three tasks now are stuck. So it's all automatically rolling up to this portfolio level, which is fantastic for any project managers. So you're not going to have to chase, people and spend so much time emailing, slacking them what's going on with the project. It all mirrors up automatically to this view, which is really great. So not only will it happen with that, but it's also going to mirror up the timeline that's associated with your different tasks and the actual effort and versus spent effort, all that sort of thing. And if there's other things that you want to roll up, you can also set it that way and to roll up some options. Okay, is that making sense so far? Great, fantastic. So I think the best thing about setting up your projects in this type of portfolio view is it's super easy to see what's going on. So if I wanted to just look at all the projects that are on track, for example, I can click on that, it will filter and it'll only show me everything that's on track. If we have a few that are off track, it will show those here. Obviously, we don't have any at the moment that are set to off track. But with this, we also get a Gantt, so we can see all our projects here on the Gantt chart. And I'm going to come to this now in a second because this is where the AI really shines when it comes to project reports. But we also have a lovely snapshot view in the portfolio solution. So it really gives you an easy glance as to what's going on with your red, amber, green statuses on your projects. So you can use these little tabs here to filter things out. You can see your plan versus actual per project, and you can see how many projects are there per project manager. You can click into, and your project manager, see some details, and you can view all your projects then from this view too. Okay, we can see here that on some of these projects, we do have some updates that are being made. But the thing is, it can be quite hard to keep on top of multiple updates that are being made into a particular project. So this is where risk insights comes in really, really useful. So to add risk insights, all you do is click the plus icon on the top of the portfolio and choose risk insights. This is going to use AI to scan through all of the projects that you have, and it's pretty, self-explanatory. It will show you any risks that are present in your projects. So if we scroll down here a little bit, we can see that we actually have 3 of our 6 or 7 projects that we have here with 4 risks attached to them. So on our Disney Parks Experience project over here, we can see that there's 2 risks. So we can expand that. We can see the project manager here, and it will show us what kind of risks we have. So we have dependency delays impacting project planning and timeline, and we can see the related tasks here. So if I was to click onto this task, we can see that it's kind of flagged this because of maybe a comment that was made, or it's looking at maybe some of the timelines here. So it's flagging some of the issues that we're seeing on timelines. So let me go back and show you some more of the AI capabilities in terms of risk spotting. So from here, we can address the risk. So I can notify the project owner, or I can mark it as resolved. If it's something that I feel is not too huge of a risk, I can mark it as resolved and dismiss that. But I can also notify the project owner here. So it's going to tag Shauna. It's going to give her a little overview. Again, we can, edit any of these details we want, and then we can click update, and it will update on that portfolio level view, which is really nice. You also get some filters. So you can filter by, high risk, medium risk, the type of risk itself, and the project stage as well. So this is really going to help you keep on top of your tasks, because a lot of the time a project can go, off the rails, and you don't really have that visibility into what caused that particular issue, what's causing the timeline delays. But this is going to automatically surface all that information for you, which is an absolute game changer, really. Um, we can also use some views. So if we want, we can use Monday Vibe to build out a new view of this portfolio. So if this type of view or this type of view is not really doing it for you, you can use Monday Vibe, which is Monday's vibe coding app, to create a completely new view that's custom to yourself. You just type in a text box what it is that you want, and it will give you that information. So I can show you really quick, the prompt that I gave Monday Vibe. So I said, for my portfolio, create a project management portal for owners to manage project scope, update stages, view key metrics, that sort of thing. And within 2 minutes, it's created this view and it's put it as a new view alongside my portfolio. You can also get creative, and if you're bored, you can create a game of Snake, which I did here. So if you want to lighten things up during the day, you can vibe code a little app and have your teammates, play along. Obviously, I've been doing fairly terrible here, but you can see that you can pretty much vibe code anything. So even if it's something like a customer relationship management type platform, then you can do that sort of thing too. So you can identify customer risks. Maybe you could set up a competitor analysis type of view. So if I was to go to the Monday Vibe section here, let me just find if we can start again. Okay, let's leave this for now, and I'll show you what it looks like in Monday Vibe. Okay. So I'm going to start something from scratch here with Monday Vibe. So this is what you will see. This is the view you're going to get. So you can build your ideas with Vibe, and it will give you a lot of different options at the start and templates that you can use. So you might want to build something like an employee resource portal, account portfolio tracker, customer segmentation app, and you have it all here in different kind of options. And it's really, really powerful. So I'd really recommend looking into that. Now, Monday Vibe is something that you will have to purchase separately. It is quite affordable though if you want pricing. Just give it a Google, or you can, contact me, and I can hook you up with some pricing on Monday Vibe. So let's go back to the portfolio and look at some more of the AI features. So we have the generate report option. So this is pretty much a game changer when it comes to keeping people updated on what's going on your portfolio. So if I was to click this, it's going to generate an AI report in natural language that I can then share with the relevant stakeholders. So it only takes maybe a minute or so, and it will give me a text document that I can then edit after the fact and share with whoever I need to share it with. So here we go. We can see it creates it in a separate folder with the timestamp, and it will tell us exactly what's going on. So if someone is commenting on a particular project and saying maybe, this project has to be delayed by 2 weeks, it will surface that information. It will say, Shauna has said this project is going to be delayed by 2 weeks because the relevant stakeholder is out of office or something like that. It will give you important metrics you can view at a glance, and it's just great for keeping people updated on in terms of your project status. So not only do you have that, but you also have then your AI sidekick built into pretty much every single board and every single view in Monday.com. So we can see here earlier, I just asked it to identify potential portfolio risks, and it's come back to me with a really great answer saying we're facing some significant risks, and it gives us an overview of those. So if you want to take some time to just quickly read through some of that. So it's fantastic. You can ask it any questions you want really about your portfolio, and it will spit back really great answers. And I've used this in things like the Monday CRM product, where let's say I'm running a deal and I'm looking for the latest information in terms of contact with that customer. It can go through the emails that I've sent to that customer, and it will go through the timelines of the particular deal, and it will surface really great information. So really important, and I think a lot of people are underusing AI Sidekick, so I'd really recommend using that whenever you can. It's absolutely fantastic. And then finally, I know we're quite short for time, but from your portfolio, you can generate a dashboard that's ready for whoever wants to view things at a higher level detail again, in detail. So if I click add on all projects dashboard, it's going to automatically create a dashboard for us with all the information from our tasks. So it will give you some pre-made widgets, but you can then customize these to whatever widgets you think are quite important. So these are some of the default ones. And again, you can always filter. So if I wanted to filter by, the work that Shauna has completed and the work that I've been working on, I can do that by using the filters here, and then the dashboard itself will update accordingly. So that's pretty much it for me. I know this is so much to cram into like 15, 16 minutes with these sort of things. So if you do want to go into much more detail on how to build this out, then reach out to me. I'll throw my email in the chat box, and you can give me a reach out. But for now, I guess I'll hand it over to Shauna.
Amazing. Perfect. Hi, everyone. So yeah, I just want to kind of quickly show you the power of the AI workflows. So let me just share my screen real quick here. So at the moment, I have just your generic kind of CRM opportunity board. So I have two kind of use cases that I want to go through really quickly for you. And if I just go up here to AI workflows, up here to the left, and you'll see the layout of this. It is very similar actually to the vibe kind of prompt that Cian showed you a couple of moments ago, where you can give it your custom prompt, so you can tell it exactly what you kind of want to build from scratch, and it'll go ahead and it'll build it for you. You can, of course, start from scratch, so you can go ahead and build it, of course, like you could from day one of workflows. But it also has a template. So it has like sales and CRM templates, support, marketing, all of the different templates that you want to use. So I want to show you how we can put a custom prompt into it and get it to build that for you. And then I'll also show you how we can kind of use a template and then customize that template as well. So the first custom prompt that I want to give it is based off my CRM opportunity board. So I'm going to say that when an item status changes to closed won on my deals board, we want to create a new item on my portfolio board. So that portfolio that Cian was just showing you a couple of moments ago, when I have a deal that's closed won, I want that to then create that project on my portfolio and to then create that portfolio, the individual project for that particular portfolio. So I'm going to click on build workflow. That's going to take a couple of seconds. And what we're then going to be able to do is basically just give it the information that we need to input into these two bricks, into the two blocks. But it will be generating now in 2 moments, and we can see my AI sidekick is here to the right as well, to just kind of show we are working on it. We're trying to build these blocks and everything like that. And then obviously, if like it maybe doesn't create it the way you want it to create it, or maybe you want to update something, you can then go into your sidekick and say, can you actually like add certain conditions and things like that to this workflow? So it can be really useful this way. So I'm just going to set this up just to show you how quick and easy that is to actually do. So when status changes, it's going to be from that opportunities board. And I want to say my stage, because I want to say when my stage changes to close won. That's all I need to do on that one. I come down to this one, and it's where am I going to create my item. So I'm going to create my item on my portfolio. And I can choose if there's a particular group that I want to add it to. And then I want to say my like any details that I want to kind of bring over from my opportunities board to my portfolio. So I'm going to give it the name. I'm going to say maybe the owner is the rep that it comes from. And then, if I have like a particular, like if I'm bringing over the project health, priority, any kind of stages, plan timelines, any of the details that's on your portfolio, we can bring over from your opportunities. I click on publish workflow. That's it. That's my workflow done. It's complete. It's ready to go once this gets published. And I'll just show you really quickly how it can work as well. So once this is published, I'm then going to go over to my opportunities board. And then let's say the solutions craft design opportunity. Let's say I want to close win this. So I'm going to go in here, click on one. And now that's all I need to do for this opportunity. It's going to go ahead and move it down into the close won group, of course, but it's going to create that item on portfolio. And it's then also going to create the individual project board for that particular project. So if I go over to my portfolio, I can see here my solutions craft design deal. Sorry, did I?
So I was just saying that was nice.
Oh.
Very easy.
Absolutely, it's brilliant. In fact, one click of a button and it's doing all this for me. So I have my solution craft design deal here in the portfolio. Any details that I would have had, it will then bring over. And I also have my individual project board as well. It's going to link up to it as well. So this is based off a particular template that we might want it to use for that particular workflow. That's really as easy. Like I literally built that from scratch using AI workflows, and it's already working for me. So now any opportunity I close win, it's now going to come over into my portfolio. The other use case I have is if we want to use our templates. So if I come back over here and if I go to my sales CRM, I want to use my lead qualification. So when I go into this template, right, it gives me a description when a new lead's created, analyze the potential. If it's a high potential, assign it to a senior rep and notify them. Otherwise, assign it to a junior rep. So that's what it's going to build for me. The trigger, we can see it's when an item is created, and then the capabilities is it's going to use a smart condition. I want to use this template, but I want to change it as well, because what I actually want to do is when a lead is created, I wanted to look at the region of that particular lead. And I wanted to assign our reps based off the different locations that we have. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say that when the lead is created, check to see what the region is. If the region is Europe, I then want to assign it to me. And if the region is basically any other region, assign it to Cian. So this is the templated workflow that we have. And if I click into it, I'm just going to start from the top. So when an item is created, and then choose board, I'm going to choose my leads board. And that's it. Then I want to analyze. So I need to go in here. This is an AI block for the workflows. So I'm just going to say that when, and then I'm going to choose my region. So my region label. So when the region label equals, so when this basically is approved, or when that condition is met, I then want to assign it to myself. So the people column, I'm going to use its owner. The assignee is going to be myself. And then we can see it's already showing me my leads board. It's already showing me the items that I'm doing. That's it. And then I don't want to notify myself, so I can delete the blocks from here as well. So I can completely customize this template that it's given me. And then just over here as well. So I want to then, so if it isn't Europe, if it's literally anywhere else, I'm then going to find Cian. Again, it's going to leads board, it's going to that item, and the people column is owner. Publish workflow, and that's it, ready to go. It's going to publish. And once this is published, we can just see that working as well. Just give it a couple of seconds for that to publish.
It's a lot easier than like previously when you're setting up workflows. You had to choose every step and you could get quite confused as to what the steps need to be and where they need to go. But like with the AI, you just, put in a sentence and it gives you the whole structure, which is so nice.
Exactly, because I think where I struggle anyway with workflows is I know what I want to achieve, so I can put it down in writing. But to
Mm.
actually go and choose which blocks that I need for my workflows, there's so many to choose from. You don't know what to do, where it just gives you that kind of really good starting point for them.
Yeah.
So let me go to, let's say it's John Smith. My region. So my region is going to be, let's say, US. So when that lead has been submitted, I want Cian to be assigned to that particular lead. So I'm just going to refresh it because I want to create another lead. That lead will then be getting created on that board. And I'm filling out that again. And let's say, I don't know, let's say it's Joan Murphy.
Spoiler alert, I've just got a notification.
I wonder what it is.
Yeah.
And then, wow. So now that I've submitted this, then that will create my two leads. And we can see when I go over to my recent leads here, I can see they've both been created. And Cian, you would have been assigned to the first one, and I've been assigned to the second one.
Mhm.
So we can see how quickly that is to actually get created. We've created our two workflows in the space of what, maybe 7 minutes. And we've tested both of them to see them working. So we can see how easy it is, how great it is to kind of give you that starting point. You can customize your templates. You can adjust it with AI Sidekick as well. So possibilities seem to be endless with them. And
Amazing.
that's it on AI workflows.
Amazing. Yeah, I mean, it really is a game changer, and where AI workflows really shine is if you need to run, some automations that are between multiple different boards. So AI workflows can, piece like, 5, 10 boards together and have a whole process run through all these different boards. It could be like, you know, when marketing put through, X item, then if status changes to this, send it to the sales team, and then the sales team can have a workflow that sends it to the CSM team, etc. So it's really, really powerful stuff.
Mhm.
So I guess yeah, we'll move to the Q&A questions, and then we'll wrap up. So I can see there's a couple here in the Q&A box. I knew this one was going to come up. How much do AI credits cost? So luckily I'm prepared. So let me just show you. I have a little screenshot for you here. Let me bring up the screen. Cool. No, it's not that one. Sorry.
Hi everyone, Shauna here
No,
from
no, no,
Provident
no,
CRM.
no.
And
Sorry.
this is Monday
Two
IRM,
seconds.
where we
Let me
show
bring
you
it
how
down.
we're actually used in Monday.com and what's got us like really excited right now. So today I want to show you how we can start
I might have to throw it in
impersonating
the
different
chat
users on the
here.
system. I
Two
have a
seconds,
board here at
guys.
the moment and it's just a
The
normal
video's still
project board
playing.
where I have
Sorry.
The
I know
video's
it's
still
not
playing.
it's
Can
not
you hear
closing
me?
for actually I have it here, yeah. I'll throw it into the chat because to be fair, Monday are always changing how the AI is being charged. So this is the kind of current one. So let me show you. Actually, I can just share it here, no problem. There we go. So this is the current AI pricing. So as you can see here, right now, any enterprise account gets 12,000 enterprise credits to use, straight away, on their account. Now, that's over a year. But this is the current pricing options. It's £350 a month for 40,000 credits. Now, this 40,000 credits is for over the year. And then you can see the multiple different tiers we have here. So if you're a really heavy user, you can get your 160,000 credits. But, I feel like you're good to start off with the 40,000. So if it is something you're interested in, obviously you can reach out to me or Shauna, and we can help you activate those on the account. But it's also quite good because if you're running multiple AI actions on an item, then it will only count as one credit. So you have kind of plenty to use there. How long would it take to set up a workflow like this? So I presume you're probably talking about the portfolio solution. So it can take a little while if you're experienced in Monday, but it is usually quite quick. So if you need to set that up, then you can always ask us and we can do it for you if you're short on time. So again, reach out to me or Shauna, and it's something we would offer. So we can set it up to you according to your requirements. So just reach out to us and we can do that for you. So again, thank you so much, guys, for joining, and we'll see you on the next one, hopefully. So don't feel free to fill out that survey and let us know how we did. Thank you so much.